Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Lisa, and I'm here with Francois, and we are very excited to announce that today, March 1st, is the official first episode of the Link Up Leaders podcast. We have had our coffee. This is take 5. We are ready to go.
That was a cool little countdown there.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, just dancing in the background while that's going on. This is Link Up Leaders. We are going to be your direct link to leaders in supply chain and e-commerce every week on YouTube, social media, and all of the audio platforms. I am joined by my co-host, Francois Jaffres. Francois, why don't we tell the people a little bit about you if they haven't already caught you on every popular podcast in the industry?
Yes. The Amazon ones, which we have to clarify.
Yes.
This is not an Amazon podcast.
Mhm.
Just to start off. It's going to have Amazon in it, but it's all about supply chain and e-commerce, and we'll dig into that in a second. But yes, my name is Francois. I am the Director of Business Development here at Noviland, where we both work. I'm joined with great Lisa. And how do you describe, my position is the Director of Business Development, but I kind of do a little bit of everything. It's operations, marketing, sales, customer experience. It's fun. I love it. I don't know. I was one of the first few people with the company, and it was just an idea. We didn't have a platform. So I got to work tirelessly to learn everything there is to know about the real supply chain, not the stuff that I learned in school. So I guess that touches on school. I went to West Virginia University, graduated with a bachelor's in industrial engineering. So a lot of that has to do with process improvements and manufacturing and supply chain in general, quality control classes, stuff like that. So that's sort of where I got the introduction to supply chain. And then, Noviland just kind of exposed me to the worldwide view of supply chain, which I find absolutely fascinating because everything involves supply chain. And especially in e-commerce, it is like tenfold. And everything has to do with just-in-time supply chain and manufacturing. And a lot of people would be bored by this. I'm actually fascinated by it. So that's part of the reason I was so excited for this.
It is quite exciting or interesting, or it's humorous to watch how jazzed up you get about supply chain, because it is something that a lot of people don't find as interesting. I think the only term that you used there that I had heard in business school was just in time. And I think that had to do with inventory. And that was one section of one chapter of one class. So, I did not go to school for supply chain.
It was, I think, invented by someone in Toyota back in the 1900s. And they were just trying to create their manufacturing process to be more lean. And so they invented this thing called just in time. So they would manufacture products for just in time, so they don't have to have a bunch of carrying inventory to hold over, because that always comes at a cost. Just nerding out a little bit there.
All the stuff on the back end that nobody thinks about as the consumer.
Yes,
exactly. And that's going to be more of what we dive into, right? So we're going to be talking about the ins and outs of the supply chain as it relates to e-commerce and non-e-commerce, normal commerce.
Yeah, normal commerce, brick and mortar. It's all supply chain, right? I mean, it's everything. I guess we can classify it as everything from the factory to the door. Maybe even from the concept to the factory to the door, but everything between that, which a lot of people just think of, hey, I'm going to go on Amazon, do 3 clicks and order what I want. It's going to be at my door in 2 days. Well, how does that happen?
That's what I do most of the time.
That's what I do. But you never really think about, like, oh, crap. Like my girlfriend, Kate, she was just getting frustrated because something didn't come in time. And it was like 3 days late. And well, yeah, COVID's happening. Everyone is ordering on Amazon.
Well,
right? So,
and a moment of prayer for Texas too. I'm expecting something coming out of Texas as well, and it's taking a moment. So you don't think about how, like, even the weather can affect things coming, like you said, from the factory to the door. So so those are going to be all the different topics that we cover, and also, how to grow your business through like PPC or the warehousing, omni-channel fulfillment, everything. We're going to be covering all of the services and solutions that Noviland offers, and then of course everything that we don't offer, because we really want this to be an educational space. We want this to be a place where everybody can come to receive knowledge from Francois and our guests. And I will ask the newbie questions. And I'm proud to fill that role.
No, I mean, it's just like you said, it's going to be educational. So we're both going to be learning a ton. That's what I'm most excited about, because I like to be able to carry on a conversation, as I'm sure a lot of my friends might say. I like to talk, but I also love to listen and learn. So I'm excited to just learn new stuff. And again, it's not about just Amazon. So we're going to be talking Walmart, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, 3PL fulfillment. So everywhere from, I'm sure people have seen ads for ShipBob and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. And so it's like, what do you even have to do with ShipBob? You're not fulfilling anything, but it's important because you're in the supply chain. So I'm sure they're targeting you with ads.
Exactly.
So it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yes, I am too. And I'm excited about the lineup of guests that we already have. I'm very excited. I don't even want to be coy about it. Yes, we have Norm Farrar coming on the show, the beard guy himself. Both of the gentlemen from Firing the Man. And I'm really excited to talk to those guys. I'm also very excited to talk to Norm, but I haven't had any interactions with Ken or David yet, and you already have. And so I'm like, listening to his
they're awesome.
Listening to David's episode on Prime Talk with Yanni, shout out Yanni. I'm really excited to talk to those guys. And then Christina,
she is a longtime friend. She is awesome.
She is
over
fantastic.
At Sermando. They're doing awesome things over there.
Such a dear. And she just wrapped up the Branded by Women, and hopefully we can get a lot of those gals on the show too.
Yeah.
And who else do we have? We've got Tyler Scalzi. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
And that's going to be an interesting guest. That's coming up soon, but
very soon.
That's going to be something that not too many other companies even think about. It was kind of like Sermando when Sermando first came out a few years ago. No one really thought that you would need a directory for Amazon service providers.
Yeah.
But now everyone that I talk to, they're like, that's awesome.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Tyler's company, they have a really unique model. So that's going to be very exciting too.
We can have them dive into it.
Definitely. For sure. So well, those are going to be the kinds of conversations that we're going to have. These will be published every week, more than likely on Tuesdays, unless something else goes on with the internet. I don't know. We'll see. On all of the major audio platforms and YouTube. And of course, we're also on Clubhouse. So we're going to have social media channels for the show, in addition to, of course, our Nobiland and our personal channels. But we're on Clubhouse too. So whereas these are all going to be recorded, we would love for the people to come and talk to us and ask us their questions and answer them in real time.
Yeah, so we'll shoot the shit about supply chain, about e-commerce. Why not?
And guests, if you listen to this, you are allowed to curse on our show. It's very important we set the precedent. I know.
Yeah, I have to stop myself midway through, and I'm like, can I say what I have to say? Okay, they're bullshitting.
Yes. I love the ones where like you just go out and say, it's like they're bullshitting you. Wait, oh no. Like the pullback, and it's like, it's fine.
Well, who moderates that? With the FCC or YouTube? Who even does that?
For our show, it would be me. So I am the FCC.
Yeah. Well, anyone that doesn't want to curse, you don't have to, but
there's not a requirement.
If you want to. Yeah, it's not a requirement, but I heard it builds validation with the people, or they feel connected to you.
I think that it creates a certain level of like authenticity.
Yeah, some honesty. Sure. Yeah. Show your emotions.
It's two millennials running the show anyway, so what else do you expect? I mean, truly.
Actually.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. Well, you guys, we look forward to seeing you next week with our first guest. Please be sure to, I'm going to steal something from Kelsey and Norm, smash that like button. I think that's it.
Or here,
hit
or there.
The subscribe somewhere. Like, comment, share with your friends, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.